One click is all it takes to lose everything.
We are in a cyber war. You can either be a defendant or you could be a victim.
If you run a business, there's two general ways you can operate. One is you can make all the mistakes yourself, and eventually you'll succeed, but it's going to be a low, long journey. Or you can go in and learn from other people's mistakes. You can look at other mistakes that people made, learn from them, and then get to where you want to go faster and quicker and more efficient. So let's step back from a cybersecurity perspective and learn from not just Marriott, but all the major breaches that have occurred over the last 12 months. What's interesting is all of the major breaches that occurred over the last 12 months all had the same exact things in common. They all made the same exact mistakes. And this is both good and bad news. And all the mistakes are easily avoidable. They're easy things that can be fixed. So if we just break down the attacks, it's pretty simple. All these companies, from Marriott to British Airways to all these others, had server accessible from the internet that was missing known patches, missing known vulnerabilities, contained critical data, and either was not encrypted or kept a cryptographic key with the data. Now, here's the interesting part. For this attack to work, all four of those mistakes had to be made. If only three of them were made, the attack would not have worked. If there was a server accessible from the internet that was missing a patch, but it didn't contain critical data, the breach wouldn't have happened. Even if there was a server that was missing a patch that contained critical data, but the data was properly encrypted with keys on a separate server, the breach would not have happened. All four of those conditions need to be in place. So that means you, as a business owner, a director, a manager, responsible for security for your organization, you just need to go in and ask those simple questions. Do we have any servers accessible from the internet that are missing patches? Do we have any servers that are accessible from the internet that contain critical data? And is all our critical data encrypted with keys stored on a separate server? If you ask those three questions, those simple, straightforward questions, then you could avoid all the major breaches that have had billions of records stolen over the last 12 months. If the executives at Marriott and British Airways and others, if they would have asked that question, they would have quickly realized that they had servers accessible from the internet that were unpatched, and they would have demanded that they got fixed. If they would have gone in and knew that they had servers that were unpatched that contained critical data that wasn't encrypted properly, they would have demanded that it got fixed. The problem is, you can't fix a problem you don't know about. And in many organizations, IT and security are so busy, they sometimes overlook things. People are not asking the right questions, and little things that turn into major breaches get overlooked. So if you want to win when it comes to cybersecurity, you have to accept that cybersecurity is your responsibility and ask better questions. Do we have any servers accessible from the internet that are missing patches? Do we have any servers accessible from the internet that contain critical data? And is all our critical data properly encrypted with keys on a separate server? Cybersecurity is not hard if you focus in on the areas that really matter.